Hello there. This is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Cancer. Cancerians, this is going to be for December. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, as well as the cross watcher of the Cancerian. So, let's see. See what you got. See what you got cooking for December. Of course, we are pulling the energy for December, but this may have already happened. This may not happen till after December. Wow. 9 of Pentacles. This is an extremely independent person who is planting their seeds and they are prospering. This is a feminine energy that is living her best life. This is someone here who is surrounded by abundance because they've created it. So this is a self-made, motivating, very intuitive. High Priestess, bottom of the deck, confirms that. Super intuitive, very creative, artistic, soul. This feels like someone who is following their heart, someone who is listening to their intuition. Someone here's dreams is coming true. The King of Wands, Zaddy, aka Kang Dangalang. A very masculine energy. Look at that big wand in his hand, honey. So, I mean, somebody could be getting a very big present for Christmas. The King of Wands is very aggressive. They're the kind of an energy that is a go-getter. They see it, they want it, they get it. Some of you, if not yet, and I mean not yet, some of you are going to be encountering a very confident masculine energy. They would be very direct. There would be no beating around the bush, although they may be beating that bush eventually. There will be no beating around the bush when it comes to their intentions. If you have someone that you've been interacting with that beats around the bush, this ain't that, because this motherfucker don't beat around the bush. Now, that doesn't mean that sometimes the King of Wands cannot be elusive and beat around the bush. He could. But that's not the way the energy is coming across, and that's not what this person is. This is a direct person. They beat out the competition. See the wand, how that one wand is bursting through the rest? I'm telling you, they're very aggressive. So let's say that you have a whole bunch of people that you may have met, or you have a few in the mix. They would be the most direct. They beat everybody out. Hanged Man. Someone's heart chakra is awakening. We know that because you can see around that person's head, it's green. Green is the heart chakra. So something tells me that I don't want to say it like this because it sounds cheesy, but it's what it is. They melt your heart and vice versa. There's something about heart, soul to soul connection. It's all in the heart chakra. It's just what it feels like. It's what it is. It's all in the heart chakra. There's a feeling of adoration and affection. They see you differently than they see other people. They have a different type of affection for you. They've never felt this type of way about someone else before. Because it's not just physical attraction, there's some sort of a soul connection in the heart, and they've never felt that. Then you may have made them stop dead in their tracks. You can see this person's just sort of gawking. They're sort of it's like at a standstill, but it's not a standstill because they're indecisive. Remember, the King of Wands is action oriented. They're go-getter. This means that you may have stopped them dead in their tracks when they first saw you. This might be the kind of person where they're sure about what they're going to do, and then they see you and their world just stops. It's almost like you make the entire world stop when you guys meet. It's like you're getting everything all at once. Look at the tree. It's just filled with all of this abundance. So for a lot of you guys, it's like all happening all at once, right? Two of Cups, that's the love and partnership and soul connection. It's like being surrounded by all of your pentacles that you have planted, all the gorgeous seeds, right? And it's just everything popping off for you all at once. It's love and money. And it's funny because a lot of the readings I have been doing, for example, Capricorn and Sag, it was like the two best Capricorn and Sag readings I think I've ever done. And I find it funny how a lot of the readings, even the general readings for the collectives, it's coming to this pinnacle of like, it's all coming. I mean, fucking finally, hallelujah. Cancers, you guys are ruled by the moon. So being ruled by the moon, right? There's this kind of intuitive energy, right? It's kind of dreamy. It's all subconscious. It's that part of you that may not be conscious. There's this underlying, like, there's no physical proof, but I feel and I know. It's all hidden right below the surface. And so there's like this knowing. Like it's a sure thing, knowing that it's the one, it's the real deal. You both feel it. Something about December. I mean, this is your December reading, but something's very profound about it. You meet in December. Maybe they're a Sag. Maybe they're a Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles. Bitch, you are on your shit. This is why you stay on your shit. Make them meet you there. Look at her with her big ass pentacle. Is this you sitting pretty? Literally in your own lane, manifesting, loving the fuck out of yourself, knowing what you deserve, holding out for it, and somebody comes. And they're deer in headlights, okay? Because they're shooketh. They're shooketh because they've never, first of all, never felt it. Never saw someone that they were in awe of. I feel like they look at you and they're in awe. Just, that's the best way I can describe it. They're in awe. They are impressed. You impress them. And I don't think that's an easy feat with someone like this. I think they've been around the block. I think they've met a lot of people. They know a lot of people. They've been there, done that. I don't think this is a very easily impressed king. And you've impressed them. You've made your mark. You've left an extremely ridiculous impression on them, on their heart. Knight of Wands, it's like that. Because Knight of Wands is this extremely fast energy, right? It's overnight. It's just in a blink of an eye. It's also really passionate. There's this Mars energy, right? Mars can be Aries, but it's very masculine, right? Masculine. That's their energy. It's what the masculines are. They're driven by that Mars type of testosterone-y kind of energy. So there's a lot of physical, sexual energy here that you make them feel. They feel very physically attracted to you. I mean, to put it plainly, you turn them on. And more than one body part. Because you turn that heart on. Judgment. I told you earlier it was a sure thing, right? They're sure about it. They're positive. No one could convince them otherwise that it's not you. That's the feeling I get. No one would be able to convince them. They're just like, I know it. I met them and it's a done deal. It's a done deal for them. Obstacle. It's the Mountain. Mysterious. Make a date. Commitment. Bottom of the deck. I mean, the obstacle here feels like it's the mystery. You might be hard to read. And they're good at reading people. Remember, you come up as High Priestess. She's keeper of secrets. She doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. She's not a pick-me kind of a person. She's not going to go out of her way to be seen and heard. She's just not. She's just kind of sitting on her throne, not really paying any mind to what's going on around her except whatever's in her own universe. she's just, that's the best way I can describe it to you. It's like they may have been surrounded by pick-me people. Oh my God, are you gonna ask me out? All in their face. I just don't think that you're like that. And trust me, they love that. I don't know why people still do that. And people, it's just unattractive to be the pick-me and so desperate and needy and so overly sexually aggressive with them. They don't like that. They may want to slam that and one night stand that, sure, but they don't want to marry that. And they like to conquer, right? That masculine energy. And so to not know and to make them feel like they're curious, and now you've reeled them in and now they don't know what you're thinking, and it's very Edward and Bella. Tell me what you're thinking. I don't know. You have to tell me. I can't read your mind. It drives them crazy. But at the same time, that's why they know you're different, right? Edward, it was one of those things where he was like, I can read everybody's mind. I can hear everyone's thoughts. I cannot read yours. And you're the first person in God knows how many hundreds of years that's never happened. And this is different. So there's this different, you stand out. You stand out. I mean, they're picking a date for the wedding already in their fucking head. Make a date and commitment, right? It's like they already got the date planned. You available June of next year? We're going to have a June wedding at the plaza. They just know. I feel like they're so sure about it. They're sure. Even if you're not sure, they're sure. They know. I think they knew at first sight. They just knew it. It's something about you. It's something about Mary, right? There's something about Mary. I don't know what. There's something about Mary. It's that feeling of like, there's just something about this one. I know they're so positive. They're going to lock this in. Now, this can just be committing to a date. Do you want to go out? And you're like, I don't know. And they're like, what the fuck you mean you don't know? If I ask any bitch out, she's clawing her way to get to me. What do you mean you don't know? It's very Christian Grey. What do you mean you didn't sign it yet? What are you talking about? You don't want to be with me? Well, she's like, I just don't know. I need more time. It's going to freak them out. They want to lock this in. They want to lock it in. Lock in the date. Lock in spending time with you. Lock in being alone with you. They want to lock it in. They're King of Wands, Kang Danglan. Very aggressive. Come away with me. Look at her. She's like a butterfly that they just can't catch. She's doing her own thing, drinking wine in Napa Valley wine country, freaking Sonoma County, Petaluma, I don't know. But she just is like, I'm doing my own thing, boo-boo. Spellbound. They're fucking enchanted by you. I was enchanted to meet you. You're enchanting to them. Your independence. You remember the Nine of Pentacles? You're independent. You're doing your own thing. You're not chasing them. You're not the pick-me girl. You're just, there's something about Mary. It's just something about you. Self-love, girl power. You love the fuck out of yourself. You know what you deserve. You're not going to settle. And I think they find that to be quite refreshing. Because I think that even though you think, well, there's a million different choices for them, well, there are actually a billion different choices for them, but none that they have found that have left them speechless, none that they have found that have turned on their heart chakra as well as everything else in them. Freedom and romantic feelings. I was enchanted to meet you. Magical encounter. They were spellbound. Probably at first sight. They have a lot of romantic feelings. And what's funny is there's romantic feelings between the two of you, but you're kind of like still on the go. You want your freedom. You don't want to lock them down. So we're going to go on a date. What are you going to propose? You're just kind of like, I love my life and I don't necessarily want to settle down. I'm going to settle down with the right one when it's time. And I don't know if it's you. And they're like, what do you mean you don't know it's me? I know it's you. And you're just like, well, I don't know. I'm like doing my thing. Well, what, so can we go on a date on Friday? And you're like, I don't know. Friday, I'm kind of busy actually. I'm flying out. And I'm just like, well, what about Wednesday? Oh, I don't know. I'm coming back on Tuesday, but Wednesday might be kind of tight because I actually have a work event. You know, you're like elusive. You're hard to get. And they like that. Let's get into your extended. Should you wish to rent it, click below this video the word more. That first link will take you to my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com. Go to the extended readings and look for December's. And there you will find your extended. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Love you, bye.